Ned Nwoko come outside, dey get advice for Nigerians concerning the hardship wey dey with country. Make I tell una the advice. Nothing will change the suffering and pains if you do not stop the use of dollars. Ban budget dollarization now, Ned Nwoko tells Bola Tinubu. The senator representing Delta North Senatorial District, PDP Senator Ned Nwoko has urged President Bola Ahmed to forget about IMF, World Bank, and look inwardly in solving Nigeria's problem locally. The lawmaker stated this during an interactive section with journalists in Abuja on Wednesday and identified three major areas the president can have the strong will to correct as a matter of urgency. The president's Nigerians are currently facing would have no place in the country again. According to him, government must take total control of interest rate, come out emphatically to say that interest rate will no longer be as usual, and that it is going to be 3 or 4% starting from 1st March, for example, and everybody will adjust, as well as the banks. So with this, if the banks used to make a profit of 100 million a day, they can be making 100 million a day, and it is still good. So it is so that the youth entrepreneur can have access to loans with minimum interest rate of not more than 5%. He also noted that exchange rate has become a hydra-headed issue in Nigeria because of our underlying relying on foreign currencies. Then he said that he has resorted to a situation where even petty traders in remote villages selling gari, palm oil, and so on, talking about exchange rate. Meanwhile, he said exchange rate ordinarily should be something that concerns foreign transaction, but because of our over-relying on foreign currencies, our people are fully aware that Naira has no value again. So what to do to tackle the issue of over-dependency in dollars should be a main point to addressing the current mess in the country. Ned noted that if we are sincere to ourselves, we know that we have real economic problems resulting in unbearable hardship for the people. There is no need pretending as if some money or physical politics can turn things around. In Nigeria, we know that nothing goes up that will come down again, especially in connection with interest and exchange rate. And these are the bedrock of any economy. We must understand that we do not have credit economy. A credit economy is an economy where people are able to borrow with some minimal conditions. For you to borrow, there must be an interest rate, and that is manageable. In most countries, they have interest rates of between 3 to 6%, but in Nigeria, it is between 12 to 30%. And not only that, they also have those acts of collateral properties. How can one acquire all those things in the first place to be able to access a loan? So there are problems that can be handled in a simple manner. As for me, the first thing is for President Tinubu to crash interest rates, and which does not take the government any policy to do. All over the world, no government leave interest rate to be determined by the banks because they will only think about their profit and not the customers because customers are not their concern. Senator Nwoko went down memory lane. He said, after our independence in 1960, our colonial masters tied us down economically to their own manipulation. They compelled our people to open accounts in their various countries, and accounts have to be known as foreign reserve. In other words, our savings are not in Africa or Nigeria in particular. Neither are they managed in Nigeria. Rather, they are being managed by the Western world, and our government are not seeing anything wrong with that. Why? Our people are here to see that as sister-free, after independence, we should be seeking for economic independence and not this type of baby economy, where our savings or reserves are not used to develop our country. Rather, they are being used to develop the Western world. He noted that the Western world made it so hard that we must report our raw materials to them so that they can finish it and sell it back to us at 100% cost. Suffice it to say that we add no value to our raw materials. The lawmaker said, I feel we must address some issues fundamentally. I told the Senate Committee on Finance, Banking, Agriculture, and National Planning had a public hearing during the public hearing that we must encourage President Tinubu to be decisive and read her decisions. We must close this foreign reserve account. We have about $46 billion on the account, and that money is not being used by Nigerians. He said the so-called traders are less than 0.5% of the population of Nigeria. So because of less than half a population of over 200 million Nigerians, you are keeping such huge amount of money in foreign accounts. If we close those foreign accounts and break the money down to Nigeria, we can now use the money to give out loans to youth entrepreneurs. There are many youth who are struggling to survive, and we know no loan, no grant, absolutely nothing for them. If we have that kind of money in the country, it will change a lot of things because the youth will collect loans and some are conditioned to attack it and probably pay between 3 and 7% of it. The money could be given to 5 banks to manage. This is one aspect of colonialism. He stated further that another very important issue that needs urgent attention for a currency to have the value is that all foreign workers in Nigeria should start receiving their salary in Naira. According to him, all foreign workers in Nigeria paid in dollars. Others, whether they work in oil companies, construction companies, hotels, barbing salon, or even cleaners, that in itself is discriminating and has to stop. When you're traveling to UK or America and you're working there, they pay everybody in dollars or pounds. So what happens when we cannot pay those and working in our country in Naira? The unfortunate thing is that the salary for those foreign workers received each can equal almost 100 Nigerians working in same establishments with them. Nigerians emphatically advocated that the government of Tinubu should stop the use of collars in Nigeria, saying that there is no country in the world that dual currency is allowed except in Nigeria. Senator Ned emphatically advocated that the government of Tinubu should stop the use of dollars in Nigeria, saying there is no country in the world that dual currency is allowed to accept except Nigeria. Once dollar is prohibited in the country, for instance, the domiciliary account closed down, all businesses in Nigeria transacted in Naira, including the sale of crude oil and gas, Naira would definitely be valued. If it becomes mandatory for everything to be transacted in Naira, you know what is going to happen. There'll be a demand on Naira as such, a currency will bounce back to reckoning, and foreigners will come to the country, will look for how to get Naira, not dollars, because they're coming here to use the Naira. It will take a strong will by President Tinubu to make this announcement. Though some persons may be saying British, America will fight with that. But the onus now will be on the president to choose America, British, Nigerians, he said. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.